Hey there, friends and foes. Good morning, multiverse. Happy 4th anniversary to us, back of the cereal box. I am your host, the prophet of pop culture, John Pyka. You can call me Johnny Beyond, if you dare. And this show celebrates the fun of the Saturday mornings of our youth while navigating adulthood today. And during the month of November, it is Kaiju Month, and we have been celebrating Godzilla and Kaiju, and we are going to be talking about Godzilla Minus One this morning. We've waited until our 4th anniversary and the 70th anniversary of Godzilla to celebrate the only Academy Award-winning film in the Godzilla franchise, Godzilla Minus One. Now, we are called Back of the Cereal Box because when I was a kid, sitting down at the breakfast table to watch cartoons, to read comic books, watch kaiju movies, we didn't have smartphones or tablets at the breakfast table. We were reading the Back of the Cereal Box. That was our newspaper. That was our world. That was our internet. And in between cartoons, comic books, and kaiju, we were reading the Back of the Cereal Box. And that's what this show is all about. Now, this is our 4th year anniversary. So I've invited people to join us live on air. Some of you that are watching right now have gotten that invitation. And if you have, feel free to pop in, call in style, our cameras, your cameras. If you want to send us a happy 4th year anniversary video message or audio message, we'd love to hear from you. And you can always contribute in the chat, just like our good friend Zentron, who says, "Good afternoon, cereal boxers." It's afternoon where he is. So this is the 4th year anniversary. I'm super excited. I can't believe that when I started the show to the day today, 4 years ago, that we would be here. And where are we? Well, we are ranked in the top 20 podcasts in our genre on Apple and Spotify. And this week, we just hit the top 5% of podcasts globally. That means that there are only 4% of the podcasts out there that are ranked higher than we are. That's a huge accomplishment, and it's due in large part to you guys, our super friends, our super fans too. And we want to thank you, our Cereal Box super friends, Eli Cash, Phoenix Sisters Entertainment, Sharice Collins, Dave Mattingly, Valerie Davidson, Blaze Corbett, Sandra Noel, Angelina Vaquera Linky, Larry Amiet, Greg and Crystal Jones, Clyde Hall, Chris Vaglio, Dave Manginelli, and Dennis Pozzi. And you too can have your name in lights. Help celebrate us and help push us to another level in our 5th year just by going to patreon.com/cerealboxpodcast. Now, I know that intro was a lot longer than normal. And normally by now, our co-hosts would be on with us to talk about Godzilla Minus One, but I was vamping for your wife's favorite redhead. She is a cosplayer extraordinaire, and she is an artist and actress and just does all the things creative. Please welcome co-host Aubrey Cavitt. Good morning, Aubrey.
Good morning. I'm showing some love.
You are. I love that.
I gotta take my green screen off.
Oh, yeah. Take off the virtual screen.
Virtual background. There we go.
Oh, that's weird.
Perfect.
Hey, it's our 4-year anniversary. We're not going to have any technical difficulties.
No way. No way.
And please welcome the third member of our team, the one, the only Shessocereal. It's Jenny.
Hi, good morning.
So, you guys, I am wearing my Bumble onesie from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's the only quote-unquote monster pajamas I have. So I'm kind of surprised, Aubrey, that you didn't wear the monster onesie that you have.
Oh, well, we do have one more weekend left in the month. We're doing one more, right?
No. This
next Saturday is not our. Well, I might have
No.
to find some time to hop off camera and get in my onesie then.
Yeah, maybe. But you are wearing your satin robe.
I am wearing actually a cotton, very comfy, long cotton billowy robe with a pajama because it's made of t-shirt material. So everybody loves sleeping in t-shirts.
Yeah, jersey.
You look really
jersey
nice
shirt.
and comfy.
Oh,
So-
you know what? It's just slapping together the makeup at the last second. I did not wake up like this.
No, I like the pajama. I love that with the little rose.
Oh yeah, I wear this.
You
This
look
is a
very
real
nice.
bed. This is I would wear it to
two different
bed.
vibes. You're in the nice morning, and I just rolled out.
Yeah, but this is still t-shirt though. This is the stretchy t-shirt stuff. What is it? Torrid.
Okay.
Comfy, cute pajamas.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
Not yet.
Jenny, what are you wearing this morning as you rolled
I
out of
slept in
bed?
my Sailor Moon pajamas. It's just a Sailor Moon shirt, and they have blue pants with them. Oh, but I got Pop-Tart socks, guys. Check it out.
Pop-Tart socks.
I love that. Yeah, I don't know how long this is going to stay on. It's freezing cold here, but this is fleece and it's super warm. So I've got the Hershey's pajamas underneath. So
I was like, he's got his comfy Hershey's on.
Yeah. But that's what this show is all about. For those of you watching, we jump in our PJs, grab big bowls of cereal, rush into the virtual rec room, and celebrate the Saturday of our youth, the fun of the Saturdays of our youth, while navigating adulthood today. And that means basically we do it with back pain and therapy. That's pretty much what it fuels the show.
And coffee.
Illusion as well.
And coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Where's your coffee? There we go.
I don't drink coffee. I drink Diet Coke.
Caffeine
is a thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, as part of our 4th year anniversary, I hope a lot of you who are watching will comment and be a part of the show as we talk about Godzilla Minus One. But the first question we have to ask every Saturday morning, what's in the bowl? And in this segment, we try new cereals or we revisit a favorite and we rank it on 1 to 5 bowls of cereal. So, Jenny, what do you have this morning?
I have Cocoa Puffs by General Mills, loaded because it's delicious. I just tried it this morning for the first time. You can go check out my review on that on my page. But this is delicious. I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 cereal bowls. It's like a Hostess cupcake almost when you add milk to it. It was so good. It does get mushy fast though. Oh, in the back of the box, guys. Needs work. But if you want to be included in this, livinloadedcereal.com, you can go upload your photos and be part of the fun cereal community.
Oh wait, so that's connection to community. So that's still helpful.
Neat. And most kids have smartphones, so they are doing that. They're absolutely uploading themselves.
But this isn't for kids, so the adults can do it too.
Adults too.
Cereal lovers reunite, right?
This stuff's not free for everyone, but this stuff's good.
That's funny. But
I wanted hot cocoa, and you guys know I can't have dairy, and it's hard to find. And this is really giving me the hot chocolate vibes.
So there's no dairy in the cereal?
No, it's soy and wheat. I'm looking for my seasoning now, that Cinnadust, because I'm am I going to make myself a Mexican hot chocolate over here?
Yes, you should.
There you go.
I'm doing that. What do you guys have?
What do you got, Aubrey?
Oh, okay. Well, I believe that someone said that I needed to, showing off my cup again. someone needed to do something since we were doing the before Christmas. So I cut up my little Debbie. This is my little Debbie tree. Can you see that it's
Yes.
Yes, it looks so good.
I said I was going to do it. So I've got my soy milk.
So wait, this is a Will It cereal segment
Oh, I love this.
with
Fun.
Aubrey and her little Debbie Christmas tree cake.
All right. We're not going to put a lot of milk in here because it's probably going to go soft really fast.
Wait. I got to ask you a question, Aubrey. How many different pitchers and carafes do you own? Because it looks like it's almost like every week you have a different one.
No, I don't. But I do look around for them. So if anyone wants to send me some weird carafes or pictures, I will use them on camera. Definitely. Because sometimes things break. And I'm not going to tell you that happened. They're just going to never be shown again. So I've got my little green plate, my Christmassy plate. And I'm going to try to balance. This is going to be fun. I have no idea how I'm going to.
Stressed for you.
Whoa, here we go.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Oh my God, it stuck to the bottom of the plate. It's stuck to the bottom of the plate, the pieces when I cut it. Okay, so there we go. We got, oh my God.
Oh, you listen. The tension right now is all-time high.
I'm sweating. I'm watching this and sweating. Guys, right now she has Christmas cake floating in milk.
She's all right. Here we go.
I hate mushy cereal. I'm doing this for you guys.
No,
okay?
listen. I know how this is going to end. Oh,
it's probably not bad. Is it good? Is it like
it's very good?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, if you like tres leche cake, you'll dig this.
So, I have a little secret. I love Christmas tree cakes from Little Debbie's.
Same.
And I love dipping them in milk. I do this all the time just as a habit.
I really enjoy tres leches. Like
I thought I would be obnoxious and have a second option.
Did you toast it?
So this is coffee.
Okay.
I'm confused. Oh, you're gonna dip it in coffee. Ooh, cake and coffee like a tiramisu.
Ooh,
here we go.
I love this cake and coffee.
Just one to try.
So she's dunking the Christmas tree cake.
Here we go.
Pieces into the coffee. Here we go. This is kind of like a tiramisu.
I did absolutely.
Ooh, and her eyes light up like a Christmas tree.
I have a thought. What if you like let it out to get stale a little?
Mm-hmm. This
and
is doable.
Soak that coffee. Oh my
Look at
gosh.
that. Look at that. It's
so
brown.
happy.
Wow. So will it cereal? Maybe.
Yes.
Will it coffee?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
That looks delicious. Like you're so yum.
Yeah, for those of you who are just listening,
I want to buy it.
Aubrey has found her euphoria. That's fantastic. Now, I was going to do that with you, Aubrey. I went out and I have a whole box of Christmas tree cakes. I was going to do that with you, but we got something. And we got something in the mail this week. Hold on. Let me see if I can lift it up because it's heavy. Oh,
what day did yours come?
Yesterday.
That's wild.
I know. He posted it and I shared it.
So
I'm so excited.
This is from General Mills, and I've not opened it yet. We're going to open it live right now. So here we go. This is both what's in the bowl and new loot, because this is General Mills.
100% loot. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh.
I know, I'm so excited.
So,
like,
'tis the season
adorable.
for festive fun. Oh my gosh!
Is that a tin?
I know. Yes.
Did you get a tin?
Yes.
We got a tin.
We sent the tin. I know.
I got the Snoopy's Chex Mix tin. You guys!
I gotta
Oh
talk
my
to
gosh.
them.
I want checks.
What is this?
You're gonna give me the checks, right?
This is Good Rewards. Oh my gosh,
all
you guys.
All the Chex flavors are there.
We've got sugar cookie mix.
Yes, the best.
We've got soft bake chocolate
They make
crinkle
those.
cookies.
Those are amazing Christmas cookies.
Peanut butter cookie mix. Oh. Okay, hold on. This is more than I was prepared for.
You didn't look
guys,
yet?
No. And
I love
went
that.
Gingerbread toast crunch. Yeah. You guys, I feel bad because I went out and I bought gingerbread toast crunch and I bought apple pie toast crunch yesterday at Target. They sent me a
And then you
box.
can gift them to Aubrey.
I can,
Oh, no?
including
Cinnamon.
Oh yeah, the
Candy
cinnamon. She can't
cinnamon.
touch it.
But
That's
I can
like
have the
poison.
text. But I can get the text.
Yeah. Well, sugar cookie
Best stuff.
toast crunch,
Oh, from
which
last
is
week?
no,
That's a
this
great
is in
one,
the box,
though.
but I don't have any left because I
I was going to
finished
say
it.
there's probably none left, so that's a great one.
Yeah, that's my favorite cereal of all time. Cinnamon Chex,
That's
which
a
I
good flavor.
knew this was in the box. Oh my gosh, this
I want the
keeps going.
chocolate one. I want the chocolate one.
Chex.
That one.
Okay, I will send you the chocolate one, Aubrey. I will take care of that. And then what is this? This is wrapped up in. Oh, is this a candle?
Yes.
It's a
Oh,
Betty Crocker sugar cookie candle.
that's so cute.
Oh, that's gonna smell so good.
Super cute.
Then what is this? Oh, I think this is just a spacer box.
That's like the insert.
Yeah, there's nothing in that.
It's super cute.
And then Betty Crocker sprinkles.
Fun.
Okay, Betty Crocker. I just bought 5 packages of cookie mix for Thanksgiving because we're doing our Thanksgiving on the 26th.
Okay.
So I'm moving. I have a whole bunch of stuff going on, and my kids are coming all to Thanksgiving for the first time in their life. My kids have never been together for Thanksgiving.
What?
Is this a
And we're
good
doing
thing?
that. So yes, it's amazing,
Okay, I don't know. Not everyone
amazing.
gets along. I don't know.
right?
Like,
All
is
right,
this
so-
a good thing?
So I went ahead and opened the cinnamon Chex.
Okay.
I
So
love it as well.
this is my what's in the bowl. I'm going to do a taste test of the cinnamon Chex for the first time. I've never had this, but and there's no room left on my desk, so I'm just
Feel
I'm just kind of being
messy.
every now I've got cereal and packets of
And
sugar mix and candles and oh my gosh, General Mills. You guys
Spoiling.
You guys have come through, and I will be sharing a bunch of this with Aubrey.
What are you using?
and-
Silk?
Yeah, almond milk.
Oh.
Almond milk for this. And so this is the cinnamon Chex. I've not had it. I love cinnamon though. I love cinnamon cereals. Where Aubrey can't eat cereal, or eat cinnamon, I love cinnamon. And cinnamon cereals are my favorite. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, peak. Here we go.
Okay, just because I don't eat cinnamon, guys, doesn't mean I don't appreciate it. So I definitely want to know how this tastes.
Mm.
Do you like the smell of cinnamon, Aubrey?
I don't, but I have family who likes it. So whenever I hear of somebody that likes something, I'll pass it on to them.
Wow. Okay.
Is it amazing?
No.
What?
It's 100% cinnamon, it says. What is not
Blasphemy.
amazing about it? Is it not sweet?
No, it tastes good. It's not sweet. It's real cinnamon. It's almost too much. It almost burns my tongue. That
Oh, like a spice.
yeah, like a spice. It's not bad. It's just not what I expected. I expected sweeter, like more of a sugar cinnamon. But this is more like a real intense cinnamon. Do you know what I'm saying?
Is it similar to like that spicy cinnamon toast crunch that was put out a couple years ago?
No, which I love. I wish they would bring that back.
I still
I
have
bought-
them.
Do you? I bought like 20 bags of it when it went on clearance at Walmart for $1.
Oh, it's in
and-
the freezer.
Is it? Okay. Okay, this is good. It's not as good as Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which is also from General Mills. But hey, Aubrey, your camera is off. Did you know that? Aubrey? She's also muted.
Did something
Anyway.
happen?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll wait for her to get that reconnected and back up. But all right. So out of 5 bowls of cereal, I'm going to give this 4. Yeah, I'm going to give it 4. It's not quite as good as Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but it's solid. I
like
will
having
finish it.
ideas. I'm wondering, could you use that? Like, is it good for chicken tenders? Maybe. Like, I'm thinking like how it's like an intense cinnamon, and I like that. That's what I've done with the spicy Cinnamon Toast Crunch since I didn't really enjoy it so much as cereal. I liked it better like as a breading.
Maybe. I don't know that I would do checks as a breading. Aubrey has put on her Sully Monster onesie. I love this. Listen, Aubrey, I know you don't believe me when I tell you this, but blue and purple, that color blue and purple look really great on you.
They do.
Those are great colors for you.
I think it's because they're both cool colors. I think she doesn't because she likes the warm. I can tell with the red and everything.
She's a
but these
quote
cool
unquote
colors are adorable, don't you?
Aubrey is a quote unquote goth girl. And so she likes wearing those dark colors and whatnot.
I like wearing black, and it's called emo goth. Okay, for the record, I'm an elder emo.
But
and I
look,
that's funny.
Listen,
like dark clothes.
As am I.
But
change.
But goths can wear color too.
I know that, but it's a comfort level. It's just a comfort level to wear that color. It's like wearing your favorite bracelet or watch. You know, everybody's got a thing. A ring or something.
What do I always wear?
Like your necklace. You know,
I do keep I just don't take it off. I think
like play with it. You know, some people will just be playing with it all the time, or like fiddling with their earring or their ring or their watch. Black.
I do want one of those.
Black and dark colors is for me. Okay.
Yeah, it's your comfort. Yeah, I couldn't. You know what? She's not gonna walk out of the house in a teal dress any day. I cannot see that.
No,
unless it's got like that teal.
But that's a great color on you.
I have been expanding my wardrobe. I have less black. I do have a dress this color.
I think if you did a lavender dress, I think that would be because the way the purple.
That's why Daphne. That's why I do Daphne.
Yeah, I think that.
Because this color is impossible to match with anything.
One of my favorite things is seeing red and pink together. I love that color combo.
Really? They do that a lot with anime, with the girls are red and pink.
Really?
I'm a purple and pink guy. My 2 favorite color combinations are red and purple, or hot pink and olive drab.
I don't actually know what my favorite color is.
What?
Yeah. Like I actually don't know. Like
have you never
everyone's
thought about it?
I always just say green because I don't know. I just say green.
No, green is my favorite color.
I love black. I like gray. I like rainbow. I don't have a favorite color. I love them. It's a mood thing for me.
Oh, okay. I get that.
Hey, I am amending my score.
Okay. After eating more.
I've had a second bowl, and with the previous cereal milk with the cinnamon in it, mixed with the new cereal in the bowl, this becomes a 5.
Is that good?
Yeah. It was an unexpected flavor, but as I've eaten more, it's grown on me. And my initial reaction of 4 out of 5, I change it to 5 out of 5 bowls. Fantastic. Okay.
5 out of 5. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
We're having some good breakfast today.
Yeah, we are.
All that. Well,
okay, well, I'm going back to my breakfast.
Really? You choose that over coffee and cake?
Oh, no. I'm done with that much cake. That's too much sweet for me. I'm going back to my cereal.
To the charcoal.
Oh, you know what?
It's that emo goth thing going on.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? That's okay. We know who we are now at this age. At least we can finally accept it, right?
So for those of you just listening, Aubrey has pulled out the Wednesday cereal from Kellogg's, which I reviewed a couple of weeks ago, or during the Halloween season. I said it was an abomination. and tasted like burnt charcoal. And that meant Aubrey immediately was like, oh, I want to try it. I want to try it then. And she likes it.
I love the back of that box, though.
I do too. I actually painted that window in a paint and sip. And my daughter liked the painting so much.
Where's this painting?
Well, my daughter liked it so much, she demanded that she own it. So it's in her house.
I'll have to ask her for a photo one day to send you to share with everyone.
Well, ladies, Aubrey is enjoying the Wednesday cereal. So Aubrey is like kind of got this whole eclectic thing going on. She's got the Valentine's Day background.
Because we love you as our viewers.
She's got the monster onesie in honor of Kaiju Month. I love that. And she's eating spooky season Wednesday cereal.
Monster of a cereal in honor of monster.
I mean,
I actually didn't try it, so I don't know.
In a lot of ways,
like it with your oat milk.
In a lot of ways, Aubrey's setting and attire and cereal this morning really reflects the entire year that we've had. You are a representation of the entire 4th year right here in one glorious image, Aubrey. Someone take a screenshot. I don't know how to take a screenshot. So anyway.
I'm sure Zentron got that.
Nobody. Okay, I'm done holding still. I can't believe I held still that long. Did I explode?
Speaking of which, we've got some viewers and we've got some audience comments. Before we get to our prizes from the cereal box, let's go ahead and acknowledge some of the folks watching. And Zentron is coming at us live. I probably don't need to mention I've been doing the same thing for the past month. His She-Ra redraw. Clyde Hall is with us. Good morning and happy anniversary, boxers. Thank you, Clyde. Zentron jumped over to Facebook. Excuse me. Hold on. Wow. A little piece of race checks. A little bit of cinnamon. Yeah, got lodged in the throat. David says, Zentron says, decided to lay off having breakfast until just now. Sitting at my desk with a bowl of hot, ready break with a healthy dollop of raspberry jam in the middle.
Love raspberry jam.
I do like raspberry jam a lot.
And let's see. We need a drum roll.
I created one. It was there, guys. It was very faint.
Zentron says, my loot this weekend, She-Ra, Princess of Power, the Enhancement book by Golden Book. Oh, the Enhancement. It's a book by Golden Book.
Cool.
All right. And Zentron wonders, will Jacob's Cream Crackers cereal?
Yeah.
Well, I've never heard of Jacob's Cream Crackers.
Neither have I.
It's a cracker. Yeah.
I know the answer. The answer is, of course, yes. Try it.
Good though.
Now I want to know.
Jacob's Cream, like, what's the flavor on that? Is it like a chicken biscuit cracker?
Could be. I mean, we've done, Jenny, we've done Willet cereal with Ritz peanut butter crackers, and with Ritz cheddar cheese crackers, and that works pretty well too.
Apples.
Yeah,
add little apple inclusions because I used to love that when I could eat cheese, like cheddar cheese and apple slices. Was one of my favorite snacks.
That's a northern thing for those of you who are watching. People in the South are like, cheddar cheese on apples, apple pie with cheddar cheese on the top. You guys.
No, I don't know what that is.
Oh yeah, no, that's a northern thing from Ohio.
Yeah, apple.
Oh, I'm not. I'm over here in New Jersey. I'm East.
I know you are, but you're in the north.
Big Apple. No,
same
I never
thing.
did
It's
the
same
cheese pie though. Like,
yeah, put a.
I could see that being delicious.
Sharp cheddar on top of apple pie. You will thank me.
I tried not apple pie, but I did brie on a blueberry Pop-Tart. That was amazing. That was such a classed
brie
it up
is
so much.
With apple.
No, but brie and blueberry Pop-Tart. Oh, put it on a raspberry Pop-Tart even. Oh my gosh.
You
imagine?
You have just broken me.
Like that's gonna be when you guys get to eat that. Like,
Okay, have you seen the
that's-
recipe for the cranberry jalapeno cream cheese dip?
possibly. I mean, I
It
can't have it, but
sounds
does
delicious.
it smell good, Johnny?
Okay. Do you do
You
spicy
just-
at all?
I do spicy. Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
do cheese. I have the dairy allergy, so cream
Okay.
cheese dip.
Okay, so don't they make an alternative for that now?
There are some.
Have you
I
tried
really
any of them?
don't. Some I've tried. Just the textures are usually not what I'm looking for, and if they're made with like a ton of like oils and stuff, I really just stay away. I try to do not too many like seed oils and stuff like that, and a lot of them have that stuff. But
Yeah.
so I'll just keep to my cereal.
So Zentron says you press the print screen button on your keyboard. Yes, if I were on a PC, but I am on a Mac and I do not have a print screen button on my Mac. So anyway,
The more you know.
Clyde Hall says Aubrey is the geeky fun triple threat with her Valentine's background, Wednesday cereal, and Sully monster onesie. I love that. And Zentron says, Aubrey, there's such things as pastel goth.
Oh, I know. We could have a whole discussion about that and Harajuku style, where they mix black and pastel and pink. It's fun.
Clyde Hall says cinnamon challenge instead of cinnamon sugar flavor on the cereal, John.
Ooh. Wait, which cinnamon challenge? Because
I don't know what that means.
I only know the one where it was the spoonful of cinnamon. You have to try to.
That is kind of what it tasted like at first. It tasted very dry, very overpowering. Yes, that is. Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
But does it need sugar?
Oh, well, he said the more he ate it, he seemed to enjoy it more.
Yeah, the more I had, the better it got. And now the cereal milk in the bottom of the bowl. Let's try that.
Yeah, because I'm curious. Is it sweet? Does it need a little sprinkle of sugar?
No, it was just the cinnamon was so strong. There was more cinnamon than there was more heat than sweet at first, but as the milk penetrated, it evened out, and it was delicious. Thank you, General Mills, for sending us all of the cereal. Aubrey, I will definitely get the chocolate checks to you. So now I've got.
Are we doing prizes?
Oh yeah. That's up next. So that is our next segment. Aubrey gets impatient with me. Can you tell?
I am always impatient. It's a flaw I'm working on.
So it is time for our next segment. Prizes from the cereal box, aka new loot. And just real quick, I've got two things. I'm going to show off one thing first, then let you guys go, and then I'm going to circle back to the other thing. So last week I showed off the Godzilla mini pack that I got at Barnes & Noble. I went back and I got another one. So we're going to open this up and see what's in this one. Last week I got Godzilla. I have no idea what's in this one. I hope it's the red one. It is not the red one, but it is another Godzilla in front of
so fun.
In front of a building.
He's cute.
So yeah, I got both Godzillas.
Like
how did that happen? How did I get two Godzillas in 2 weeks? But
that's super lucky.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. And I like this one has the traditional spines.
The little spikes. They're so cute.
I love this. That's going right on my backpack. So those are available at Barnes & Noble. They are the Godzilla. It says figural bag clip. And they're little mini vinyl Godzilla characters that you clip on your backpacks. So I've got something else, and we'll come back to that. So Jenny, do you have a prize from the cereal box?
I do. It's actually not a miniature. I went to my boardwalk because I live right by an arcade, and I spent a bunch of money and I won these. They are these collectible cards, and I have the full set, and I played until I got this.
Oh my
which
God.
is
How
the
much
most
money did that
important
cost
one.
you? I don't want to know.
This right here, the Thanos. Okay, they put one of these in the arcade, and I sat there with my little munchkin, who's my helper, of course, and we plucked our change away until we got all 9 cards. You get a Thanos, Captain America, Thor, Captain Marvel,
Nice.
Hulk, Black Panther, Iron Man, Hawkeye, which everyone's like, he's kind of rare, but meh. But this guy, one of my faves,
Yeah.
Doctor Strange, like, it's just a fun set. That's what I did this week. I played at the boardwalk, guys.
What game did you play to do that?
I played this game, the Marvel Avengers game. It's
Cool.
an actual game at my little boardwalk, Jenkinson's
Nice. I'm gonna
Pavilion,
have to
right
look
here,
for
Point Pleasant,
that.
New Jersey, guys.
Woohoo!
That's fantastic. All right,
I'm gonna
Aubrey,
get a big prize.
pull your prize
I'm
out of the
sorry,
cereal
I'm in
box.
Jenny's prize. I like Jenny's prize better. Jenny's prize is better than my prize. I'm not jealous. I'm just like happy for her, and I like want to know where to play that game because
Go
I mean,
at your
it's one
arcade.
thing, right? I got to look for that game because it's one thing to get the arcade games that you get nothing all the time. You get points, right? You get to put your name, your initials, but you got prizes.
Yeah,
Like,
but these prizes, when I turn them in, I'm gonna get an even bigger prize. This right here is worth like 30,000 points. Like, yeah,
See, that's so
by
cool.
collecting the whole set.
That's cool. See, to me, that's cool. That's worth it. Okay, so this is the only thing that I have that's Godzilla. I found it
What?
at like a cheap store in the middle of nowhere, and I paid like less than $5 for it. I think
That's
And
awesome.
Godzilla and Mothra, and we did this a review of this
Mothra.
last year, didn't we, Johnny?
My
No, not that
goodness.
movie.
No.
No. And,
Okay,
and
well-
I'll tell you why. I don't get Mothra. She is a fan favorite, and I
Mhm.
can't figure out why. So
Well, honestly, if it wasn't for meeting Gamera, she would be my favorite.
okay,
But
maybe you need to let me borrow it and watch it and figure it out, or
But
maybe.
this is my other one. It's
What is
Fruity
that?
Pebbles lip gloss.
Oh,
I love that. I almost purchased that myself this week.
Right? I was like staring at it for a long time, and I'm like, I'm not one of those that eats it, that eats the chapstick and stuff. So I'm not too worried about it. But I thought I could do like a thing where I like
wait, Aubrey,
what
eat chapstick?
you didn't know
think
people
that
do
some
that.
Eat
Yeah,
Bonnie
yeah.
Bells and
They
all
love
that
it.
stuff.
I know, but I don't think that's good for you.
No, it's not. I don't do that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not one of
You
those.
got
So I'm not
Fruity
scared.
Pebbles?
So I tore it open.
Are you going to try it? You're
I'm
going
going
to
to try it, but I'm
Put
not
it
going
on.
to eat it. I'm not going to eat
Spaghetti
it.
looks so pretty. Tell us
Here
how
we
it
go.
smells.
Fruity
Okay.
Pebbles lip gloss. Ooh.
Okay, it looks like it's kind of pinky.
Oh,
Oh, it's on my nose now. It smells. It doesn't smell like Fruity Pebbles, guys,
oh no.
but it might taste like it. I'm
Maybe
so
it'll,
worried
like, a
it
little-
tastes like it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Mm-mm.
No. Oh no. Is it thick or like light?
It's really light. It's really,
It's
really
sheer.
light. It's
Uh,
very
See,
sheer. It's
maybe
For
like
those of
kids.
you, who are just listening, Aubrey is putting on the Fruity Pebbles lip gloss over her lipstick. I don't see a difference.
It's not really giving you a shine, honestly.
there's barely any color.
It's-
like my
yeah,
lipstick put more lip color on there than
I was gonna say,
it's
yeah,
mostly clear. Remember the jellies
yes.
from the 90s? It looks like the color of a pink jelly on the inside. Very, very clear. So I would say if you bought this post, this is post. It says post on here. It smells like berry Fruity Pebbles. If it smells like Fruity Pebbles at all. And
Does it taste at all?
there you go.
know, like that, like kind of breathe in that.
It's a little watermelon-y, which is why it's confusing.
Oh, now I'm scared to try mine. I can't find it. I grabbed the Lucky Charms one because that's my favorite, and I'm
Ooh.
hoping it's vanilla and marshmallow.
Okay. Well, this is
But-
the little watermelon raspberry fake strawberry is what it kind of tastes like a little bit.
I love that these are the cosmetics we purchased this week.
Yeah, everybody who is listening is like, wait a minute, is this show about makeup or is it about Saturday morning fun?
Cereal.
Both.
It's about prizes and cereal.
Well, so you guys had a different Saturday morning experience as girls than I did as a guy.
Yeah.
So when we had sleepovers as guys, we built a fort. You know, we slept in the fort or we were outside in a tent. And in the morning, yes, we were eating cereal, we were watching cartoons, but then we were playing like Atari games and video games or wrestling. I mean, like watching wrestling and then doing wrestling. You know, we were beating each other up.
Yeah, my little brother had sleepovers.
We were similar though. We would play house and build our house and have our family, and then we'd sleep in our nice area and have our tea. And then we would have some sort of wrestling in the morning because we were fighting each other for something. So
I didn't like wrestling a little.
Similar, and just
but then you did each other's hair and you put on the makeup and yeah. So little bit different.
Like someone would do your hair. Oh my God, it came out so nice. And then because they didn't like how nice it came out, suddenly your bow went missing.
For those of you who are just joining us, we are celebrating our 4th year anniversary during the 70th year anniversary of Godzilla. And my prize from the cereal box this morning, I'm really super excited to, it's amazing. This box that General Mills just sent me and that I opened for the first time came with a great prize. It came with Godzilla's 70th year anniversary comic book collection from IDW.
People
and
get checks.
What's that?
They're going to run out there
to get checks now for this.
They're going to run out and look for that.
Yeah.
Where's my gold?
This is the Godzilla's 70th anniversary. And it is an anthology comic series and some fantastic artwork, some great stories. This is a story about, all about how Godzilla came and crushed my house. That's what this is. It's about a little girl running away from Godzilla and dealing with the tragedy. This one is about how Godzilla came and protected this little boy. And he has this whole adventure where Godzilla is chasing him and Jet Jaguar shows up to save him. And Jet Jaguar and no text, just all watercolor paintings. And then the last frame, you see that actually he fell asleep playing with his action figures.
Oh,
and,
cute.
That's adorable.
Yeah, and so that was the dream he had.
Okay,
and,
so nobody died. Okay.
No, in my mind, I was making up this whole story where I was like, I bet Godzilla became friends with that little girl and is her protector or something. Like,
I was like, it's not sad. It's not sad.
See, you did it too. You created your own story for his book.
Yeah. Well, and then this one was really great. Godzilla in Hell.
What?
Yeah, where Godzilla falls into hell and wreaks chaos in hell.
Give him hell in hell.
I just have the funniest visuals. When you say Godzilla in hell, I think like South Park hell. Like, and he's hanging out with all those characters down there.
Well, basically, Godzilla is like destroys everything in hell, and because he's about to take over, they kick him out.
Of course.
Yeah.
You're too tough for hell.
Right.
Yeah.
We're like, Godzilla, you gotta go.
And there's a story with the Zalians and the this is great. This is fantastic. And
that looks amazing. Like all the artwork you've shown in there is really just spectacular. It makes it pulls you in and you want to go in more deeper.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those of you who don't know, I typically am not a fan of IPs in different media. Like I love Star Wars movies. Star Wars movies and Avengers comics made me who I am today. But I don't like Star Wars comic books. I just can't get into them. I love the movies, don't like the comics.
I agree.
And I was really resistant to Godzilla comics for a long time for that reason. And here lately, some of the best Godzilla stories are being told in comic book print form. And this is one of them. So IDW, I forgot to show you the IDW Godzilla's 70th year anniversary. This is a hardcover edition, only available at Books A Million. Anywhere else, it's a soft cover trade paperback. But if you want the hardcover edition, Books A Million, it's an exclusive. Ta-da! All right, so we got some more audience comments. Let's see. Tony I is joining us. He says good morning. And Clyde Hall says, Aubrey, screen cap sent through Messenger, John. So I got it through Facebook Messenger. We will post that up later on. Tony also got a screen capture and sent it to my Facebook Messenger. Thank you, guys. Yes, that's awesome. Clyde Hall says, Jenny, prizes assemble.
Right? They're gonna too.
David Walsh Zentron says, that reminds me, I once won a She-Ra watch from a coin pusher machine a long time ago, but I still have it somewhere. I'll bet you that's worth money.
The coin pushers so hard to win stuff in.
Yeah.
I like them. They're fun too.
Molly Daniels said, good morning and happy anniversary. Good morning, Molly. Glad you could join us. Well, you guys, it is time for us to make that transition to talk about our main topic. That is Godzilla Minus One. And Tale of the Tape. I forgot to bring this up, but I'm going to bring it up real quick on Wikipedia because Godzilla Minus One was a movie that I just absolutely adored. It was maybe my favorite movie of 2023. And why can I not find this link to Wikipedia for Tale of the Tape?
Well, I did want to mention really quick that I did not know that this movie was postponed because of COVID. So they had 3 years to revise and rework the script because it was postponed.
I did not know that it was postponed, but this became my favorite movie of 2023. And it is maybe my favorite Godzilla movie of all time. You guys, I have been a bad host this morning.
No,
I did not have this
I actually have it pulled up right now.
Okay. Tale of the Tape. All right. Godzilla Minus One is a 2023 Japanese epic kaiju film written, directed, and with visual effects by Takashi Yamazaki. It is the 37th film in the Toho Godzilla franchise. The 33rd, it's the 37th film in the Godzilla franchise, but 33rd made by Toho. And it is the 5th installment of the Reiwa era. It's set in post-war Japan. The film stars Rinosuke Kamiki as a former Japanese pilot suffering from PTSD after encountering a giant monster known as Godzilla. And the supporting cast includes Minami Hamabi, Yuki Yamada, and a bunch of others, because I can't pronounce all those names. I'm that bad. But Minami is the actress who plays what was her name? What is the character's name? It is Noriko. Golly, Noriko. First name with my new tongue. So you have Kochi and Noriko, and they were the main protagonists of this story. So I'm going to go through some of these images as we talk. For those of you who don't know, this movie was made for about $10 million American money. It is the highest grossing Godzilla movie of all time. It was the most profitable movie of 2023. And it was the first Godzilla movie to win an Academy Award for Best Special Effects. And although it does, tell the story of the kamikaze pilot suffering from PTSD, it's not PTSD from having an encounter with Godzilla. It's PTSD because he was a kamikaze pilot who abandoned his mission and has survivor's guilt. He's the survivor of a Godzilla attack because he failed at his mission as a kamikaze. And while this is an epic Godzilla movie, it's really not a movie about Godzilla. It's a movie about this character. It is a movie about Kochi and how he and his adopted family with Noriko, become a family, and how they deal with the emergence of Godzilla, and how Kochi becomes really he becomes the hero of the day. He is the one who is able to bring about the end of the Godzilla threat. And he survives his quote unquote his war. Now I'm showing you guys some pictures here because they did use suitmation. They did use an actor in a suit. They did use miniatures in front of green screen. And there was very, very little CGI. This scene of the crowd running as Godzilla stomps was actually a practical effect, but it was overlaid in front or behind the green screen of the crowd running. So they did use some CGI editing, but all of the effects are practical. This is a guy in a suit, and these buildings are miniatures.
I really love the blending of that because it was using the older ways of doing things. That is how they did it.
Yeah.
So
my favorite
blending those together was beautiful to see.
And of course, we had these great sub characters: the professor, the quote unquote the kid, the captain of the boat, and the sailors and the captain and the professor saluting Kochi as they believe he has sacrificed himself to bring about the end of Godzilla. Aubrey, you sent me a message that said this movie was intense.
It was impactful. As someone who never before appreciated, I love opera. Okay, that I'm not saying I'm a deep person, but I was the kid who liked Agatha Christie before I was 13 and actually read a whole book. They were like, that's like, high school level. And I'm like, I don't care. I like it, so whatever. I'm not a genius or anything, but when I see something that grabs a hold of me emotionally and intellectually, I'm in. My ADHD, it's turned to hyper focus to max, and everything becomes apparent. I saw what you were talking about, the suitmation. I saw, showing the small version of people with the imprint of the video of the character in the back, and all of the beautiful pieces of filmography that they had back then. They tried to incorporate again. You saw the man blowing dirt on the suitmation's feet so that you had a cloud of dust. I mean, that's the kind of stuff when you have claymation or suitmation or any of those, when you're using an older form that's not CGI. Yes, it's a beautiful, you're putting people to work. There are so many people that worked on the miniature, that designed things, the man that's blowing dirt on the feet of the actor that's in the pieces, it takes a lot of people. And honestly, I'm one of those people that I don't want AI churning out something. I want us all with our feet on the ground and our hands in the dirt or in the film, actually being a part of it. It's part of what makes these things, when we have live action, connect with us, because it's us. It's human beings doing this and going through it. So I agree with you, Johnny. I didn't see a kaiju movie. I saw Godzilla as a cameo. I'm sorry. The story was them. Yes.
Yeah.
These two survivors. And I wouldn't say it was just Noriko or just Koichi. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I'm sorry. I think that's how it's pronounced. But Koichi was the star, but she became a focal point in his story, where she brought and her also, by the way, those two women actually brought him out of a moment of despair by bringing purpose, community, connection, and healing to him in a time when he had nothing and no one, even his sense of self and who he was, because he didn't accomplish his goal of being a kamikaze pilot. Who was he then? He wasn't a son any longer. He was a soldier, but that he wasn't even that anymore. Technically, they weren't using the soldiers. So
he was a soldier who abandoned his post. He was AWOL.
Yes,
so,
but that meant he had nothing anymore. So the baby was a young girl. The older woman was a mother figure almost, and then the young lady that eventually became a love interest. Yes, the woman was, who was her name? The neighbor, Sumiko. Yeah, Sumiko is the older lady. Yes. Now this woman could have been bitter. She yelled at him.
She was at first. She did not like him. She was not happy with him. She knew his secret.
Yeah, but what I think she represented was not her as an angry woman, but the people that were displaced in both losing family and losing their home and losing their jobs and people understand that. Now, especially after COVID, we understand what it's like more than ever to have lost who we were or what we were doing or how life was, So what that older woman represented, I feel like in the story, is putting up in that young man's face that you're not nothing. We all need something. There is something there that's needed. And it kind of started that in him. And he took Noriko and the baby in. I don't think he would have done that if that woman, Sumiko, hadn't confronted him.
Okay.
And put that there.
Jenny is chomping at the bit to jump in here.
Yes.
I had a piece of in my tooth, honestly. Like, you're so funny.
No, Jenny. I want to understand what you feel like there, because I'm wrapped up in this story intensely.
I had to watch it a few times. This wasn't a favorite of mine, and I saw it more from the perspective, like, that old woman was there, like, she was to remind him of what he did. Like, she was like, you have to, like, do better, because, like, you missed your shot. Like, you, like, ultimately screwed up. That's how I felt. I was like, bro, like, you didn't take, like, not that, like, we know now after watching it, like, that shot wouldn't have done anything. He would have just grown back and, recreated whatever the guy shot off. But, like, you didn't, you know what you did. And then you wanted to just kind of recreate this life. It just wasn't for me, like, and like you said, it was not a Godzilla film. Mm-hmm. I didn't really want to watch this guy, like, go through his emotional turmoil because he missed, like, you didn't take your shot. You missed it. Like, it's ultimately, like, yeah. I mean, I loved seeing every time that, like, Godzilla came on and stuff. I was loving that. I was like, yes, like, finally, like, a little action. Like, let's get to it. And then this guy, like, then I have to deal with your emotions after, dude. Every time,
So did you watch it dubbed or subbed? And did you watch it in color or black and white?
In color, and I watched it where I was, like, reading at the bottom. It was like
subtitle,
Japanese, subtitle. Like, I was watching it like that, so I was getting the full emotions, everything. I just really, different perspective. I just really didn't. I wanted him to shoot him, and I wanted it to be more of a Godzilla, like coming down angry kind of on the mall film. And it was like this guy kept running away from Godzilla, but then kept getting faced with him. And it was like, you have to deal with him. And then I do love, though, I appreciate so much of what you were saying, though. Like, I want real people. I don't want to see AI. I love that there was a man in a suit, and I love the miniatures like that. Like, I would love to, like that right there. Like, I appreciated that so much, knowing that that's what was actually happening. And so, like, I love that visual. Look at that. The way it's lit up, there's an LED in there. That it's like the guy. There probably is like a smoke machine and all this stuff, and people fanning it behind him. It looks great. And they probably came in and moistened up that suit to make it, and put paint on there and all that. Like, I love knowing all that, but just, I don't care about that guy, like his emotional stuff. Like, when I watch, like, those aren't the films for me. I'm not a rom-com. I'm not going to be watching a sad, any of that. Like,
yeah.
Well, see, for me, up until this movie, Godzilla movies were about the monster attacking, and they always had a human side story that really didn't make a difference, really didn't impact the story very much.
Yeah.
The opposite was true about this. This movie was really about them, about the humans facing the threat, the horror of Godzilla, destroying what was left of their already destroyed Japan. I mean, here you see
already war torn. Yeah.
Yeah. This is Kochi's
that's
house.
Why it bothered me so much that, like, he choked and didn't shoot. Because I'm like, look at these people. Like, you should have done something for your, like.
Well,
that's why I was so and I was against him. Like,
I love though that you're passionate. See, that's what I like. What I'm getting about your reaction is that you actually were into the movie. You didn't like where it went, but that doesn't mean that you didn't get the movie. You really were into it.
That's what I mean. Like, I had to watch it. Like I said, like I would get bored, and then like, no, I like put it back on and watch it, and really reading it and stuff. And just not like it was. Clearly, it was not my favorite Godzilla film. It didn't make me like. I was a little happy at the end, just because I knew like they left it open. Okay.
They left it open in two ways.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, you see the regenerating Godzilla piece, but then in the hospital, with Noriko, you see the black whatever on her neck.
Growing.
Yeah, maybe she becomes Mothra.
That would be so cool.
That could be neat.
That would be so cool.
Better add some action.
I'm just saying
it's going to be her backstory, and it's all emotional.
It's really weird that she does that. Right? I mean, she survived. It's weird, right? Like, we saw her get blown away. I'm like, I saw her.
That is such a great observation, though, Johnny. Like, that could be if they're listening.
Just occurred to me.
But that would make so much sense.
Yeah.
You know what?
For the story to really make sense, if they want to like move into that whole like with the comic books and the stories, like, yeah. That's a great one.
Now they are planning a sequel, but my only fear is I don't want Godzilla Minus 2 or whatever they call it to become, like the legendary Godzilla movies with Godzilla and Kong, which are clearly Saturday morning cartoons in film version, which I love. I love that. I love them both. But this movie was so much more serious. It was so much more grown up. Yeah. There was nothing inappropriate for family audiences. But the focus,
the violence. There was a lot of death.
Yeah. Well,
you don't want to take little kids to this.
So,
but come on. Do you think there are any
landing on people? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, you think there are any kids out there that really think that this is a real monster that's going to come and crush them? Do you really believe that there are
that right there?
Yeah,
that's a good visual. Yeah.
Are there really kids that cannot separate this fantasy from reality?
Yeah, it depends on the age of the kid, Johnny. Yeah.
See, because I was never that kid. I never had any problem separating fantasy from reality.
The psychology of a child depends on the child, as to what age is appropriate. It's true. You can't really put an age on what is appropriate for who. That's one of the things.
A kid would be bored though by the film.
Beautiful. It depends on the child. If they're really, really tiny, they're going to get really bored with it. They're not going to like it. They're not going to be into it. Then there's kids that are going to be, in their teen years that are going to have the same reaction. So it depends on the kid and where you are in life.
I guess so.
And their interests and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Some kids love to read right now.
By the way, did you guys pick up why I'm doing blue this morning?
To match Aubrey's Sully suit?
No.
The glow.
And the glow?
Yeah.
Godzilla?
It's in honor of Big Blue.
Big Blue. I mean, yeah, it is a bright blue glow.
It's my boy Blue.
Yeah, yeah. So, you guys, here's the amazing thing. And by the way, here's some of the concept artwork.
I love that.
Yep.
Nice.
This movie was made for $10 million US.
Mm-hmm.
And you had Lucasfilm and Marvel Studios looking at this going, this was $10 million and they've made back 500 times their investment on this movie.
And all those people were working.
Yeah. And we're spending 250, 300 million on a movie that barely breaks even. What are we doing wrong? And so Kevin Feige, Dave Filoni, Kathleen Kennedy, the Lucasfilm, Marvel Studios people brought the director, the director of this film, Takashi Yamazaki, to the U.S., to California, to sit down with their producers at those studios and help them understand how they made this movie for so little money and ended up winning the Academy Award for Best Visual Effects. And I think it's a great trend that all of Hollywood is looking around, paying attention to what can be done with limited budgets and not overblown CGI, digital animation, going back to, real practical effects, miniatures. I mean, this whole scene right here, this was a miniature. This was, stop motion animation right here. And, I think the big budget studios need to pay a closer attention and learn from what this movie did. And because I'll tell you what, there was never a moment in this movie, guys, that I thought, oh, that's just a guy in a suit. That's just a miniature.
Right.
That's
so fun.
Yeah, that's just a puppet.
They did a very good job.
In the older movies, it was very apparent.
Yeah.
But in this film, the craftsmanship and the artistry was just so next level that it created the illusion of a real monster and a real threat and real drama so well.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, to me, this was more of a tragic story about someone basically redeeming themselves. It's natural disaster movie. I could call this a kaiju movie, a natural disaster movie, a drama, a family, an intense family movie. For older audiences.
Well, it's a love story.
You could even there's even politics in here. They talk about the army and the fact that the army and their government won't protect them, so citizens have to work. It mentions how America and they are working together to save themselves, from Godzilla harming their shores. Like, this had so many elements that even if I wasn't a kaiju fan, I would like this.
Well, and that was a hallmark of a lot of Godzilla movies: the inefficiency and the ineffectual nature of the Japanese government. Shin Godzilla, which we've not covered on this show, was a direct condemnation of the Japanese government because they were frozen in bureaucracy and red tape, and to the point that they were paralyzed and did nothing. And so we get a lot of that in these Godzilla movies throughout the years, but this one really did succeed in setting it in post-war Japan, making the threat real, making the paralysis of the government feel like organic, and really speaking to the spirit of the human individual and the individualism of humanity.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time coming together and putting aside their own wants and needs and desires to fight, once again, a common enemy, but in this case, not an enemy of the government, but an enemy of civilization.
Yeah.
So was different than World War II, where they were being ordered by a government to fight a faceless opponent.
Yeah.
In this case, they are fighting for their survival and having to come together and create the solution. And
it's no longer the village; it's the whole world at this
point. Yeah. And that was just really good. And for those of you who are wondering, why are we talking about this, heavy, intense Godzilla movie on a Saturday morning? It's because when I was a kid, Godzilla movies were a big part of my Saturday afternoon, hosted by super host Marty Sullivan. And so I fell in love with Godzilla movies. And even though this is a more grown-up, intense drama, it's still such a rich part of the Saturdays of my youth. And if you've not seen a Godzilla movie ever before, I feel like this is a good one to start with.
Yes, because it gives a little bit of each of the elements.
Yeah.
It gives the danger, it gives the intensity, it gives the mystery, and then at the end, it leaves you wanting more. Honestly, it really does.
Yeah. So we got some great audience comments. Zentron David Walsh says, I wonder, who would Godzilla bring as his +1?
There are so many choices.
No, there are.
I feel like Jet Jaguar.
His creator.
Yeah. Mothra.
You think Mothra? Yeah.
Mothra. They have a love affair thing going on, Jenny.
Oh.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. Mothra is considered Godzilla's queen by most fans.
Swamp Thing.
Eli T. Cash says, # happy anniversary, guys. Thank you, Eli. Dave Mattingly is joining us. Belated good morning, Box Tops. And Dave Mattingly says, great to see you, Johnny Beyond. Jenny from the box, actually, Jenny Shessocereal. And Aubrey the Red. I like
that new name. Such adorable.
Yeah. Zentron says, just an FYI, none of the last few Marvel movies made any money at all. In actuality, lost money. There is debate about that because he adds that production costs plus marketing, a $300 million budget needs to make more than 2.5 times that at the box office just to break even. And Dave Mattingly says, Kaiju League, Dawn of the Monsters, save Mothra. Why did you save that name? That's funny. That's funny. Well, that's it for our audience comments this morning. Jenny, I know it took you a minute to get through this movie, but at the end of the day, what are your final thoughts about Godzilla -1?
My final thoughts. Yeah, I don't think it's for the first time person going into a Godzilla movie wanting to see a Godzilla monster. I feel like they should start with one of the cartoony things if they're looking for that monstery kind of vibe.
Okay.
Or maybe the original, that 1954 one.
Okay.
I would suggest first, honestly, but it's not so bad. I guess Audrey kind of made me realize maybe I liked it, but I feel like I don't like it, but I'm still very angry about it. I just shoot first, questions later. I don't know.
I feel like if you are angry about it, it means you were into it enough
because I like Godzilla
get
so
you a
much.
little.
And I just hate what that guy did, and I know the only reason he created the life he did for all those people and did all that was because he knew he had to make up for a really big like that's all it was.
At least he tried to make it up, right?
My life just to like it's all it was.
Coachy,
like you're just catching up.
Yeah, Coachy was a double failure, and actually
so
maybe a 3-time failure because he
doesn't deserve the ending he got. I feel like he didn't deserve her.
Well, but here's the thing. Yeah, so for those of you, he failed as a kamikaze. He abandoned his post and he ran away. Then when he's face to face with Godzilla, he's being ordered to take the shot from his fighter jet.
He doesn't listen.
He freezes and he can't do it. And Godzilla lets him live. And so now he's living with the survivor's guilt. And then he fails Noriko because he fails to save her, quote unquote.
I just don't like the guy. He's so weak.
But everybody deserves second and third chances.
Give him grace. I know. But when it comes to Godzilla, shoot first. I'm sorry. This is
okay.
I feel this, Jenny. I feel this.
But on the island, if he had taken the shot, Godzilla would have just
crunched him. He would have just grown back. I know.
It wouldn't have hurt him. It wouldn't have hurt him. It would have just ticked him off, and Godzilla would have crunched down on him and eaten him.
I know. And there would have been no story.
Yeah.
But yeah, he doesn't deserve the ending he got. He got too good of a happy ending. I don't know. So I'm so mixed on this movie. It made me mad. Those are my thoughts.
Well, can we just talk about the pilot, the mechanic working on the plane? He was the captain on the island that all of the other soldiers were massacred by Godzilla. He survived. Coachy survived. They were the only 2 survivors. And the captain or the mechanic lives with this anger and bitterness towards Coachy for all these years.
Yeah, he beat the crap out of him.
But when it came time to provide a way to save himself, a way to help him end the threat of Godzilla, but also give him that chance at a happy ending, he put aside his own pain and his own feelings and said, all right, Coachy, you've lived with this guilt and suffered enough. Here is my gift to you. That gave him his happy ending. What a wonderful message that is.
Like essentially that's because the pilot, the person working on it, the repair pilot guy, he knew I gotta help this guy, otherwise our world is gonna get eaten.
Well, no, he didn't have to give him that ejection seat, right? He didn't have to.
Yeah, but he gave him the option, you don't have to die. Go ahead, you can have this second chance. I
feel like he gave him it's the burden of it, right?
And I know he just wanted to go down in flames, and he was like, "No, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it." He had to because he screwed up the first time. But I think I'm just mad that he screwed up in the beginning so bad and was just like, "Here's your second chance, your third chance. Here's this beautiful woman, this beautiful light." Oh my bro, I'm so mad. That's what this film did to me.
Jenny's very disappointed in the hero because
I think that's what it is. I'm disappointed in him. He let me down.
and that air service mechanic was Sasaku was his name.
I appreciated him. I was like, that's the guy. He's the real hero.
I mean, technically, if he hadn't fixed that airplane,
and then gave him his chance to, live out his life.
Yeah.
He didn't have to put that seat in there.
Yeah, he didn't have to put the ejection ability. He could have let him take his own life.
Yeah, and Tony I says if he hadn't been a failure, we wouldn't have had the movie.
Because
that's true.
Story. Because the story.
So, Aubrey, your final thoughts about Godzilla Minus One.
Godzilla Minus One is an intense movie, and if you are going through an intense time, take a deep breath before you watch this one because it's a good movie. So it'll grab you and it'll make you either mad like Jenny or like me. It'll make me get tissues. I cried. This Godzilla movie made me cry.
That's great. It'll make you feel this movie.
Yeah, it'll grab a hold of you. That's for sure.
One way or the other.
one of the signs of a good movie to me is a movie that I can't stop thinking about, whether I liked it or not.
Right.
If it is something that I continue to think about and revisit in my head, it's a worthwhile film.
That's why I said if it grabs a hold of you.
Yeah, and this movie, I went into it very hopeful, and it lived up to all of my expectations. It really did transport me back to my living room at 10 years old and watching Godzilla destroy all monsters for the first time. But because I have lived an adult life, I felt all of the emotion these characters were going through. We didn't even talk about, the relationship between Kochi and Noriko. Because they just started as mutual survivors, depending on each other, but it grew into a deep love and devotion to each other. And that was just something that you can relate to as an adult in your grown-up years. Sometimes your best friends are people that started out as enemies. Yeah. So so much richness, so much good stuff here, and the visual effects, and the writing, the acting, just everything about it to me just made it the best movie for me of 2023, and it put it at my top. It's tied for me with Godzilla Final Wars and this is my two favorite Godzilla movies. And I've watched this film 10 times. I've seen it 10 times.
I probably watched it about 4 altogether, like getting it like through, like watching it just to make sure I didn't like miss anything. Really paying, attention.
It's become one of my guilty pleasures, put it on the TV when I can't find anything else that I want to watch. Let's watch Godzilla Minus One.
I have to say, it has all the hallmarks of one of my favorite movies. If a movie makes me laugh, cry, dance a little bit, or yell at the TV, it did its job because it grabbed a hold of me, and I'm never going to forget it. There's a good chance.
Clyde Hall has a great comment. The mechanic, Sasaku, did something hard to play. A great second fiddle character who makes the hero's journey at the end a success through an act of grace.
Because he was mad. Chills. He was mad at him because he was the head mechanic. He was mad at him. He's like, you show up and you're a failure, and then you get all my men killed, and you have the audacity to keep going. But then he saw how he carried the burden. He never forgot what he did wrong. He never stopped trying. And then he created a family, people that relied on him and cared for him. And he was still willing to give up all of that to do what he knew he needed to do to make up, or in his own way. Yeah. And so, yes, that I agree. That's character was a pinnacle in the story. It would never have gone the way it had if we hadn't. And then all of the people, all those boatmen. Can we talk about all the actors that were playing people on the boats? Okay. And then to have this moment where Godzilla is going to win. Godzilla's going to win because the two ships can't handle it. The cranes are breaking, right? Yeah. And it's the moment where, like, it doesn't matter if he kamikazes. It doesn't matter because Godzilla's not going to come back up. It's going to be the end. He's going to bury all the ships. The people are going to die. He's going to come back up and shoot everybody, and it's going to be gone. All of these little boats needed to be there. It was, again, this whole thing was not just about surviving in this one guy. It was this one guy can't survive without the community. He needed the mechanic. He needed the old lady. He needed the baby girl who relied on him and gave him hope for the future. He needed the kid, the young guy with the broken arm to get all of the boats together at the end. Everyone in this story, everyone in this story, even though we wanted to count them out, ended up making a difference. And I feel like even though he was the main story, the hero was the connection of community throughout the whole thing.
Yeah. They all definitely
Everybody,
played their part really well.
everybody makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say that again. There's somebody out there watching or listening right now that needs to hear this word. Everybody makes a difference.
Absolutely.
Well, ladies, that is 4 years in the books. I want to take a moment to thank the people who have made 4 years possible. Of course, Dave Mattingly and Clyde Hall and Eli T. Cash, Andrew Milden, Zentron. You guys have been here. Tony I, Chris Vaglio. You guys have been here since the very beginning. You keep coming back. You keep supporting us and promoting us. And I really appreciate you. For the former co-hosts who have been part of the journey, Dee Barty, Aubrey Brewer, Lex Wojtek, I'm gonna forget somebody, and I don't want to. For Melissa Stetcher, and for Willow Schuyler, and for Crayley Vanest, and for Kelly Gettner, and for Sarah. Oh, I'm so sorry, Sarah. All of you have been a part of this journey, and I really, really appreciate you. And of course, our current co-hosts, Jenny and Aubrey. You guys bring a real texture, a style, an energy that is so complimentary to me, and to you guys get to be really the voice of the audience, and I love that, and I am so appreciative of everybody who has been a part of this. When I first conceived the show, I had just come out of the hospital with COVID, and everything was shut down. I was not going to be able to perform on stage anymore. And I had been podcasting for 15 years already. And I was like, what am I going to do to have fun and escape the toxicity of the world that I just came back to? Because if you guys don't remember, 2020 was rough. We had COVID, we had political unrest, people were at each other's throats, we were separated, we were isolated from each other. And I thought, how am I going to use my gifts to escape my own, in my own life, escape toxicity and negativity, but also fulfill the purpose of my life to entertain audiences. And I created the show as that outlet. And 4 years later, we're one of the top ranked shows on the net, top 5% globally, top 20 on Apple and Spotify. And we continue to grow every week with audiences and sponsors and people wanting to be a part of what we're doing. And so I'm amazed at what has happened in the last 4 years. And we're going to take a break, because next Saturday, Aubrey, is day one of Pyka-Palooza 54. And I'm going on a trip.
That's right. It's your birthday month.
Oh, happy birthday,
birthday, Johnny.
But I am going on a trip out of town with the family next weekend. So that's why we're not going to be on the air next weekend. But during the month of December, we're taking a break because Johnny is going to be doing a lot of fun stuff that he's put off. And when I came out of the hospital in 2020, I made a promise to myself that I was going to travel to places that I've always wanted to go, eat the food I've always wanted to eat, and hug the people and kiss the people that I love the most. And I've failed in all three of those because I'm a workaholic. And I've invested myself so much into work. And so I need to take some time for myself during the month of December. I'm going to celebrate and do those things that I promised myself I would do. And I'm going to go visit some people. I'm going to be traveling, and I will be doing some short videos every day during the month of December as I celebrate my birthday month. And we'll come back in January. And I think in January, we're going to be talking about we're going to revisit some pro wrestling themes. We're going to talk about Mucha Lucha. We're going to talk about Shaolin Showdown, the cartoon series.
Okay.
We're going to talk about El Tigre, the Tale of Manny Ramirez. These were all animated series on Saturday morning that came out in the late 90s, Jenny. So
I'm like, I don't know these.
I don't either, Jenny. I don't either.
I
have
recognize
never.
Lucha Mucha. I feel like I've seen that one possibly.
Mucha Lucha.
Mucha Lucha. I feel like I've seen that one possibly. When you said that, I'm getting like a slight visual. Like I feel
they're
like
newer.
That's like
They're newer, and when I say newer,
and Shaolin Showdown. I know I've seen that before.
Yeah, they're like 20 years old now, but they're new.
Yeah, we're all older now.
But they were great shows, and I think January is probably going to be like Kung Fu Pro Wrestling, Kung Fu Lucha Libre.
Oh, that's so fun!
Kung Fu Lucha Libre.
I want to go see a wrestling show. I know you missed yours because, like, was that last month? Like, it was a conflict issue or something. But I want to go do that. Like, I used to go see those. Like, I've done like the meet and greets. Like, gosh, like over 20 years ago. Yeah.
Well, I will see what I can do to get you to be a correspondent.
Like, I don't even know. I'm in Jersey, guys. Any wrestling things in AC, that would be really fun.
There you go.
Yeah. Clyde Hall says 4 more years, and many more. Thank you, boxers. Thank you, Clyde. We couldn't do it without you. Molly Daniels says Pyka Palooza. I love it. David Walsh says, sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something.
It's a great song. I agree, David.
We're all going to be vibing now.
Yeah. Molly Daniels says, coming to Indiana. Molly?
Oh.
Yes, I am.
Oh.
And Molly Daniels says, it's my birthday month too. Well, that explains why we get
birthday,
along so well.
Molly.
Happy birthday.
So with that, we are going to sign off. We got a few people that I do want to acknowledge before we do that. This message from Chris Vaglio. Check it out.
Hey everybody, Chris Vaglio here from Song Swap Showdown. We are your weekly musical throwdown podcast. Each and every week, my co-host Amanda Sharp and I each swap 3 songs with each other that we may or may not have heard before, and then we rate those songs at a scale of 1 to 5 records, with 1 being a hard pass of a song and 5 being heavenly music to our ears. The songs are chosen by spinning the wheel of themes at the end of every single episode. But today, I am here to let you know that your weekend is not complete unless you started off by watching Back of the Cereal Box with Johnny Beyond and the rest of the crew. Love you, Johnny. Keep up the amazing work and rock it.
And we want to acknowledge our charity partners, Comic Books for Kids.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit cb4k.org.
Aubrey, I saw you doing that in the green room. What you were doing some superhero actions.
I was because I like that advertisement. Okay, I want to dress up as Merida and McGonagall and the other characters that I have, and I want to go to my local hospitals.
McGonagall?
And yeah, I have that costume, and I want to go there as these characters and cheer up the kids.
I love that.
I don't know
much. I want to dress like Mary Poppins and do
here.
something like that. Like, I love that idea.
I have
Pull out a bunch of cereal from my purse.
So, Aubrey, it is very hard to do what you want to do. For years, Cosplay Collective in Nashville did that.
Yeah.
until COVID, and then they couldn't. And as far as I know, they're not even doing anything anymore. But we have made a promise to Comic Books for Kids, our show, along with Cosplay Cafe, that when hospitals do start allowing us to deliver those comic books in person,
I'll do it. Yes.
we are going to go in costume and do it.
I will do this. Tell me
Yeah.
when. Tell me when, and I will do this.
We're working
I
on
love
it.
charity work. I am that person.
I know,
love
and
charity work.
we're working on it. We're working on getting it to happen. But there are some hurdles that we got to get over with the hospitals.
I'm supposedly going to be walking in our tree lighting ceremony again this year as an elf.
Yeah, there you go.
I love doing this stuff for the kids. You have to remember when you were real little, around 7 to 5 years old in there, and seeing your first parade with a costume character in person. It's mind-blowing. It's the coolest thing. Yes. So when I go to adult conventions, and my 3-day convention, that I go to, that I pay for the hotel room, that's my one thing. That's my Vegas. I'm not going to talk about that. That's not for kids. But any other time, I love dressing up in a costume, or a kid, or a young adult that wants to do that, or a teen, that never thought they would be brave enough. I never thought I would be brave enough. So I want them to believe, no matter what age we are, that we can do that and bring joy to each other in that quirky, fun way.
Well, we're working on it. So, yeah. And look, that's the thing. That's my life since COVID, my life since 2020. It's finding magic every day. And sometimes that is performing magic. Sometimes that is watching magic. Sometimes that's just investing in the magic of the fun of the Saturday mornings of our youth. Have I shown you this?
No, I Jenny? Have not. Can I see that? Is this a trick?
So this is a simple magic trick with a rope. And check this out, though. Have you ever heard of the Indian rope basket trick, where they where they take a rope and they hold it up to the sky, and it stays.
Oh.
And then a little boy climbs the rope and disappears at the top. Well, so this is really cool, because this rope, if we stretch it out, it will stay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but with just a snap of the fingers,
it's just so flimsy again.
It's just a rope. Anyway, little magic trick just for you, Jenny.
I'm in awe.
Anyway, guys and gals, that is it for us this week. That is it for this 4-year journey. We'll be back in January with 4 more years. Jenny, people can follow and find you at She's So Cereal on Instagram. And she does cereal reviews every week.
Every Saturday, pretty much. And you'll find random snack reviews there, too, throughout the week.
Yeah. And Aubrey, you're at Miss Kindred Ivy on Instagram. And Aubrey, I'm gonna give you a challenge on Instagram, because you love to do cosplay, and we're not about cosplay on this show. However, we are going to start doing a monthly cosplay Crispies just for you. But just for you. That's my Christmas gift to you for 2025. But I want to see you do more cosplay pictures and tutorials and stuff on your Instagram.
Ooh la la.
I'm challenging you right now. Anyway.
All right. I'll work on it. I will, I could use a challenge. After the move, I will start working with you on, what do you say, cosplay Crispies?
Are we making like cereal Crispies in like cosplay outfits, or are we sharing like crispy cereal breakfast things we made?
Well, it's gonna be one show a month that is going to be cosplay focused just for Aubrey.
Does she get to choose our theme for cosplays? I've never cosplayed really. I think I've dressed up maybe like twice.
Yeah,
so
I
this
don't
will be
cosplay,
interesting.
but no, it's mainly for Aubrey to express her cosplay side. There's a whole story, Jenny, that you.
I believe there is.
And I feel
lore.
It's the pajama. It's the pajama. What are you? It's all right. It's a whole thing.
But you look great this morning, and I'm so happy that you're wearing the monster onesie.
If
Anyway,
you guys find more onesies, send them to me.
Yes, and send them to all of us. If there's a onesie company out there, a pajama company out there that wants to partner with us, like General Mills has,
cosplay onesies.
Yeah,
Call me. Cosplay onesies. I will do advertisement for you.
Yep, we're working on it, Aubrey. We're working on it. All right, that's it for us. That's enough of our foolishness. And
happy holidays.
Happy 4 years. And
happy
holidays, everyone.
Yes, same to you. For those of you who are watching, if you love what we do, become a supporter at patreon.com/cerealboxpodcast. If you hate what we do, contribute even more generously to help us improve on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you're listening. Give us a review, 5 stars, make it good. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, subscribe to the channel or to the page, click the notification bell. You never miss an episode. And if you're watching us on Twitch or Instagram, do the same thing. Give us a comment, give us a great review. And until the next time, love you, mean it. We'll catch you on the back of the cereal box.
Bye, guys.